Boom. Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for joining me. My name is LT, the Buddy Teacher. This is your free Friday night webinar. And tonight we're going to be talking about how to turn your book into a course. If you don't have a book yet, we're going to be talking about why it's essential for you as a leader, teacher, business owner to have a book. And if you already have a book, what can you do to expand it and to make your audience bigger? And how do you sell those books? So Jeremiah Fullerton is going to go through and talk about his story. And then at the end, we're going to do a question and answer. If anybody has a business, a product, if you're into sales, whatever you're into, you have a hobby, you want support, we're here as a support group and a networking group. This group is for writers, teachers, educators, administrators have been coming into this group, which is amazing. We got some PhDs up in here, Dr. Norwood. So this group is attracting lots of different people who are really doing a lot of really cool things. So I believe in self-promotion 24/7, 365. Always promote yourself, promote your products, promote your community, promote the cause that really makes your heart beat. Because the only way anybody's going to know about it is if you explain it. So without further ado, I'm going to have you guys be enlightened by my wonderful friend, Jeremiah, also known as Jeremy Fullerton. And he's going to share with you guys how he's able to use his book as his platform to launch his online courses where he teaches English as a second language. So I can't wait to hear it. I'm going to go ahead and stop talking. Jeremiah, it's your turn.
Hi, everybody. I share my screen. Was you able to
Yes,
connect?
we can see it. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys about me. My name is Jeremiah Fullerton. Um, and I've got a little slide up here. If you can't see me, I'm a little indisposed. I can't show myself right now at the moment, but this is me. My name is Jeremiah Fullerton. I'm a teacher. I'm certified in teaching ESL. I'm also certified in teaching Spanish. That's what I majored in college, and I've been teaching that for about 10 years. I'm also a published author. If you look up here, I've published the book Working and Studying Abroad. And basically, this book is about living in different countries, teaching in different countries, just taking that experience and just I've incorporated it into my everyday life. So I've also become an entrepreneur. So I taught actually, I studied in Spain, and then I taught in Germany. I speak English, Spanish, and German very fluently. I've published in Spanish, and I've also published in some other languages, but those are the languages that I speak fluently. I also run a team. I'm an entrepreneur. I run a team outside of my school, outside of my everyday life as a teacher. I also have a team, and we translate documents, and we also translate books. So if you're a new and upcoming author, we would like to offer you that service. And I have a website where you guys can connect with us, and I'm going to show it to you. Uh, so right here. So let me just tell you where we're at. We're on FullertonGlobalBooks.com, and I'll write that in the box for you guys to click on and check out. What we do is we do book covers, we do translations. Right now we're translating into Spanish, books into Spanish, books into Chinese, German, Russian, and the list goes on. So one of the benefits of getting your books translated, we can tell you that you can get it translated into multiple languages. For example, if you did it in Chinese, you would be able to tap into a reading market of 820 million readers in China. So that's our current project right now is connecting our market into China. so that if you guys are published here in the United States and you retain your ISBN numbers, you will be able to have the opportunity to publish it in other markets as well. So the more languages, and we have a dedicated team of people from all over the world helping us to get your books translated. So if you're interested in that, um, go head on over to fullertonglobalbooks.com and just hit the contact button, leave your name and email address, and we'll reach out to you with a quote for your book. Okay. So we want to help you to increase your sales, your global sales. So we're trying to help you to get into other markets. Translated books mean international profits, and we want to help you guys to expand into different markets with your book, not just in English, but also you can place your books in other markets as well. I know that Amazon already has an opportunity for you to open into other markets as well. But we want to help you get those books translated so that you guys can expand your brand globally. So right now we're offering holiday discounts. So the holidays are on the run. So we're going to be giving you guys 30-40% off on our translation services. Go ahead and sign up right now because the holidays are right around the corner. And I know we're going to be swamped. So if we can go ahead and get you guys, get your name and email addresses right now, tell us the title, the name of your book. We also offer book covers as well. So if you guys are looking to get some help with your book covers, we also can help you. We're offering a 30% off right now during our holiday sale on book covers. These are some of our book covers that our design team are working on. And some of these can start from anywhere from $150 up to $300. We will customize based on your book. So if you have a self-published novel and you have a picture and you want that book to be on the picture cover, we will tailor that book cover for you. We have a very talented team of people that can help you design your book covers. Okay. And of course, we will give you 30-40% off for our holiday sale for your book translations. We'll translate that cover for you. We'll translate that book for you. And if you need any type of sample work, we can show you some of our samples of some of our things that we've already translated. Yeah, and we can also get it in. We can help you. We can help you take the steps into getting it into other markets as well. This is our translating team. Of course, I'm part of it as well. We have a team of 10 people from different countries that are ready to translate your book into Russian, Spanish, Chinese, and the list goes on. So just reach out to us at fullertonglobalbooks.com. We can help you get that translated, okay? If anybody have any questions, just go ahead and give us a message and over at Fullerton Global Books. So I want to just kind of show you guys real quick. As a writer and as a teacher, I've kind of jumped on the bandwagon and started creating my own course. So as an ESL teacher, I offer English as a second language. And I use my book to promote my course as well. And this is kind of what I've done. I've created a 6-week course. We've got a little mini course at the beginning of our week. And then we have our medium course. And then we also have our flagship course. So this is kind of a breakdown of our 6-week journey that we have for helping our students that are learning English to increase their English levels. This is what my students wanted a course in, and my ESL students, adult English students, they wanted speaking and writing. So this course is designed for speaking and writing. It's a 6-week course, and it's to help the students to gain more fluency in speaking and writing. We also have a Spanish course for working adults that's coming out in January. So we don't have it up yet, but it should be out in January. So anyone that wants to take a conversational course to get their Spanish up to par. We offer Spanish for working adults. And this will be at our on Teachable, and we'll have that out. Our school is called American Language School. So we'll have that out. That's our school on Teachable. So this will be out coming to you guys really soon. So if anyone have any questions, I'll be happy to answer those questions. But that's pretty much all I've got for you, LT.
Okay, can you go through the process of when you first started thinking about developing your course? Like, what are some of the things that you had to consider?
So yeah, absolutely. When I decided to make this course, I thought about, okay, what are my skills? What am I good at? What are some things that I could, and everybody has something that they're good at. So that's the first thing you want to look at when you're making a course. Then you want to think about what people need. So I had to go back and look and say, hey, I'm a teacher, and my skill is ESL, and I also teach Spanish. Okay, so and I'm also a published author. So what is something that people need? And a lot of my students said we need English. So help us with our English, our speaking, and our writing. I put a post on Facebook in a Facebook group, and I asked my ESL student, my ESL group, my English learner group, what do you guys want to learn? And 30 people responded back with likes and responses all together. They told me what they wanted. So that's how I ended up developing my course. It was based off of the need of what. So I connected with my audience and I asked the question. And then another group of people, of adults, approached me and said, I would like a Spanish course. I know you teach high school Spanish. You taught high school Spanish. What about a Spanish course for working adults? Something that we can do. I said, why not? I mean, you're working parents. Parents work too. They have a life too, and they need this skill as well. So that's what drove me to kind of come up with these course ideas.
Beautiful. And then if we back it up a little bit more.
He said ideas.
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
Jeremiah, if we back it up a little bit further, can you share with us what was your journey with writing your book? What made you want to write a book, and how did you come up with the concept?
So if we back it up to about writing a book, was the teaching when I taught abroad and I studied abroad and worked abroad. A lot of people wanted to know how to do that. How do you work abroad? How do you pick up your life and just move to another country? So when I got these questions from people, I decided to, let me put it in a book. I've always been wanting to write a book. So I did keep journals when I was abroad studying. So I said, let me turn this into a book where people can learn how to go abroad themselves and do this themselves. So not only does this partially tell my story on how I did it, but I also leave you a guide in this book on how to leave the country, how to work, how to do a visa, how to take the steps to do it, the costs, things that you need to prepare. So this book will give you a guide on how to do that. Also, it gives you a guide if you're a student on how to study. So I break those up into chapters. And you guys can check this out on Amazon. You can look at the first, I think 15 pages, 10 or 15 pages. We're in the Look Inside program. So if you guys want to go ahead, I'll drop you a link and you guys can go over and check it out. Check out the first few pages, and I'll have it broken down in chapters for you to kind of look and see what you want to see from that. But that's what inspired me. Find something that you enjoy and that you want to talk about. Find your voice. If you think that you're a writer, chances are you probably are. So you need to find that voice, something that you're passionate about, and turn it into a book. I mean, everybody's got a story inside of them.
And one more question I had, I'm going to go into the chat because I see some comments and questions in the chat. What made you want to study Spanish in particular?
So when I was a little kid, I always had a passion for languages, and my mom, she really pushed learning languages at home. She pushed French at home, but you know, when I got older, and we're Americans, you know, we were born here, raised here in America. When I got older, I took foreign language in high school, and then I kept going and college, and I start looking at statistical information. I said, oh well, look, this might be the language that I need to learn for the future. And lo and behold, we moved into the future, and it was actually pretty useful. So I kept going with it, and I studied it in college, and declared it as my major. And then when I got close to graduation, I went abroad. I did a study abroad program. I went to Spain, and yeah. So that's kind of what drove me to do it. I had really good teachers. I had really good experiences. I'm from the South, so I'm originally from the South. So a lot of Spanish speakers in our neighborhoods growing up. So that's kind of what gave me the drive to do it, to tap into that market. I said, hey, one day I'm going to be an adult, and I'm going to have to tap into this market and find jobs. So let me take something that I enjoy doing. So I was in Spanish club in high school, and then in college I joined the Spanish club as well. And I just kept going with it. My professor said, let's go to Spain. We're going to take you. Sign up. You're a great student. And I signed up and I went. And it was the best experience of my life. And it opened up my journey of traveling to over 30 countries. Yeah.
One more question for me, and then I'm going to go with the chat. But I'm intrigued by your story because you're such a successful person. And being from the South in particular, even from Southern California, which is where I grew up, it's a hard life for African-American males. And so I'm intrigued by your story, and I'm kind of curious, what is it that made you plug in to school and to know that that would be your ticket out or your ticket up into success? Like, what is it that made you different from all the other males that kind of fell into the system?
Well, I'm just gonna tell you, LT, I was blessed. I had great parents growing up. I had a good father figure growing up. I had a good mother growing up. And I think sometimes we that's something when I was younger I took for granted. But as I got older, I appreciated it more. And so like I had a lot of role models in my life. So one thing I can suggest, if you are a single parent, make sure you have that role model figure in your life, even if that figure isn't in your home per se, but making sure that that child has a strong father figure. And it could be someone that's related to you. It could be a teacher. It could be someone that you know and you trust really well. um, just making sure that you have that figure, because my parents already they always encourage me to gain an education. My mom and my mother and my father. I think my dad just wanted me to go to college, and my mom really pushed me into getting into education. And I think that's kind of how I got into education. It's because she pushed me a little bit, and I think that's the thing. And just having some support, giving your kid that support, always telling your kid you can do it no matter what. That I had that a lot, and that's something. As I got older, I took it a little bit for granted, but it really helped me when you have some psychological support. Someone always telling you, hey, you can do this no matter what. You can accomplish your goals. I always have people tell me, LT, oh, you can't, you're not, you can't learn another language. You're not this, you're not Hispanic. You can't learn it. You can't learn Spanish. And I did it. I went abroad. I studied. I worked hard. I passed my examinations. I got my certification for translation. I got my degree. I pushed my 4 years. 4 years turned into a fifth year senior, but I finished. Hey, I got it done, and I got my certification to teach. and it was hard work. It was not easy. I had to jump through some hoops. I fell a couple of times before I was able to succeed. So, that's one thing that I learned too. You're gonna stumble a little bit along the way, but don't give up. You have to keep working hard no matter what. If you make some mistakes, try to learn from them. And that makes the difference.
All right, I'm gonna go into the chat and see what we have going on. If you guys have any questions for Jeremiah, go ahead and put it in the chat. Let me see. And there's some questions in there. I'm gonna read that too. Okay, so Coach Mac says, greetings, everyone. Going through tech issues. Okay, hopefully she got that resolved. Robin Norwood says, hello, everyone. Sorry, can't join you in photo. Jordan Shaw, erotic author. I don't see the questions. That's okay. And then Robin Norwood says, she says, I'm a writing coach, and my favorite book is The Divine Romance by Jean Edwards. And her favorite celebrity is Denzel Washington. And she's from Powder Springs, Georgia. Georgia in the house. Welcome, welcome. Anne Marie says, I'm a teacher and I'm a dog trainer. My passion is breeding great dogs to serve the Norco community here in Southern California. And she says, no book yet, but she's working on her book. She just signed up for my course a couple of weeks ago, so she's on her way. Nicole Mack says, what do I do? I'm a long-term substitute teacher for Allentown School District, where I'm from. She didn't put it, but she's from Harlem. Passion, professional, favorite book, favorite celebrity. She's still thinking about it. Dolores says, I'm a teacher. I'm from New Jersey. My passion is running. She runs marathons, y'all. Marathons, 26.2 miles. And I teach. Bible is my favorite book.
Wow.
And celebrity, she's thinking about it. Coach Mac says, I'm from Harlem. She says, now I live in the Poconos, Pennsylvania. My passion is educating, feeding, helping urban, rural areas. Profession is 16 years specializing in ESO. I don't know what this is. ESOL.
ESOL. It's
Is that
adult. It's adult English education.
Okay. And then with ASD, what's ASD?
American Sign Language. Or
Beautiful.
no, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I thought you said ASL. It's ASD. I don't know what that is, but I know.
No, she has ESOL.
Okay, that's adult education, English adult education. So
okay,
it's like ESL, but it's an extra acronym in there.
Okay, and then she does high school step dance coach. Her favorite book is I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. And her favorite celebrity is Michael Jackson. All right. And Mara just came into the building. She says, giving expectations to kids can be a game changer. Yes. And Jordan says, she's from Charlotte, North Carolina, making money, starting businesses. And she likes The Shack. And Tyler Perry is her favorite celebrity. All right. Any questions for Jeremiah about his journey? Oh, Dolores says, do you do anything with short stories?
So actually, I have written a few short stories. They're short fictional stories, but I haven't published them yet. And I'm in the process of publishing them. But yeah, I do write short stories. I encourage short stories because what I like about the process of short story is that you're able to create your own world in a short amount of time. And what you get out of it is you get a sense of completion. It's you're getting it done, but you're not spending too much time, and you get this sense of upliftment when you finish something. And everybody needs this psychological upliftment of getting something done. So write something that you're passionate about, make it short, and you can't go wrong with that. I think that's a great idea. I have three short stories. They haven't been published. They're fictional. They're fictional short stories, but maybe I'll publish them soon. I'm looking at doing it.
How long is a short story by your definition?
Short story could be, it could be less than 50 pages. It could be less than 30 pages. I've read shorter stories than that. Um, and so, yeah, short story could be something that you read, something that you could read in a matter of hours. Of course, if it reads too quickly and you finish it in a few minutes, it's kind of all over after that. But if you take your time and it reads just enough, and what I mean by that, you could get done with it maybe in a weekend, maybe that night. That's the power of short story. And I think that, I think everyone has the ability to produce something within them, and short story is a great way to do that. It's a way to get something done quickly. So
You have another question. Can you give me some ideas? And I would like to get it published in a newspaper or magazine.
yeah, if you have anything that you're wanting to publish, and or any ideas, write them down. Just write. What I do, I write things down. I'm always, even though we're in this technological age where I'm sitting up here showing you these slides really quickly and all this digital imaging and everything, there's nothing wrong with a pen and paper in your hand, a pencil, just jotting down ideas, writing ideas down. And I woke up one in the middle of the night, one in the middle of the morning one morning, and I wrote a whole entire chapter. Like, I wrote a series of chapters, titles for chapters in the middle of the morning. In one morning, I wrote I think it was 17 chapters, like the titles of 17 chapters and the name of a book. It just came to me, and I just jotted it all down. Of course, I haven't written the book for that, but I wrote, you just don't know when it's going to come to you. And I'm just speaking from my personal experience. Everybody has their own experiences, but write things down. Just jot things down as they come. If you have an idea, write it down, and that's the first step to turning it into a book.
Let me see what I did. I was productive all day. I did an intense Bible study this morning.
There's
I'm
a
so-
question for Dolores. Are you saying you have your short story already done, but need help getting it published? Good question.
Is that the question?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
is that a question for me?
That was a question from Mara to Dolores, and Dolores
Oh,
said
okay.
yes.
Sorry. Okay, yeah. You can publish it privately. You can publish it publicly. You can publish it through Amazon. You can publish it um, through Ingram Spark. I mean, you could do it. You could do it however you want. You can publish however you want. Always make sure you get a coaching. You got someone that can kind of guide you, like LT or me or anyone that's already been through the process to kind of help you with that publication process. um, I think that's important to have someone that's already been through it that can kind of give you some tips on going through it. And there's so many different ways. I could give you guys a slideshow on the different ways that you can publish. You can self-publish, or you can get help from people. And there's so many different ways that you can go about publishing these days. It's not like it was 20 or 30 years ago, where you had to have a publishing house to do everything for you, and you depending on them. Now you can just get out there, write your story, and get, purchase your ISBN numbers, and just jump out there and just publish your stuff. It's easier now. Everyone has their own process of doing it, and I've talked to other authors. each author has their own way of going about doing things. So I don't want to tell you how to do it unless you come to me and you say, hey, I want to come to Fullerton Global Books and I want to get Fullerton Global Books to help me publish. Then I can tell you step by step how I would do it. Or LT could coach you. She could coach you real good on that. She has a course on it.
Jeremiah, can you show us how to get to your course and also how to get to your website so that we can just kind of see what you have out there?
So the course, I'm still kind of getting it up and running. It's put together. The lesson plan for it is already together. But I'm still trying to get it on Teachable. I have a link to it. Let me see. But I'm still kind of in the process of it. But yeah, this is kind of like my course journey. So you've got Teachable right here. And I'm just going to jump over here. This is a platform that you can use to kind of promote and build your course. So this is my course. This is my school. So if you go to Teachable and you create your own course, you go through, you sign up, and then they give you these options of signing up as a paid member, and you can kind of promote your courses on that platform. So my course right here, it's not 100% finished. My launch date is in 2 weeks, but it's called, my school is called American International Language School. And so you can go there. You will be able to go there really soon. And you guys will be able to sign up for a Spanish course if you want to take one of my Spanish courses. You'll also be able to sign up for, if you have ESL students, you'll also be able to sign up for that as well. And as you guys can see, I'm still in the process of building and getting everything set up. But this is where I go. This is where I'm going to kind of promote my courses. I also go to Facebook. Facebook is a big deal. You can promote whatever type of course you're building on there. So I have a lot of my stuff on the Facebook platform. And also, guys, you can go to FullertonGlobalBooks.com. Fullerton Global Books is our website. And when you come to this website, hit the contact button. Just go FullertonGlobalBooks.com, hit the contact button. You guys can go ahead and put your name in here, your phone number, email. Tell us what your expectations are. Do you want to publish a book? Are you trying to translate a book, or whatever you're trying to do? We can help you here at Fullerton Global Books. And this will connect directly to us, okay? On my website, we're mainly right now, we're doing a lot of translation. So, but we can help you with your publishing process, okay? Also, if you guys want to buy my book, you can buy it from this website button right here. It'll take you directly to my book.
Yes, that's what we need to see. Yes.
And if you guys want to look inside of it, you definitely can look inside. We have Kindle. We also have paperback and hardback. If you click over here, right there, you guys get a little taste of the book. All right. And so this is the Look Inside program. So when you guys publish through Amazon, you have the option of signing up for the Look Inside program, so that your friends can kind of see what you guys are working on, get a taste of what you're going to read. And so I participated in the Look Inside program because I wanted people to kind of see what the book was about, getting an idea. Here's some of my, she said ESOL. These are my ESOL students. So these are the students that I taught, my adult international students from different countries. But yeah, so you guys can come on here and check that book out. This is from my Kindle reader. But yeah, you guys can come on here and check these books out. It says I only have 4 more left in stock, so hurry up and get over there and get it.
And then how do we connect with you on social media? Where are you?
So I'm on Facebook. You guys can connect with me on Facebook. And I'll drop my Facebook link on there for you guys to check me out on Facebook. I'll drop it in the description right here. This is me on Facebook. I'm Jeremiah Fullerton on Facebook, and then you guys will see I'm a teacher. So I'll drop that link down there for you guys to click on, so you guys can connect with me on Facebook.
Beautiful.
All right. I'll just drop this link down there. Oops. And then you guys can connect with me. Um, does anybody have any more questions? I'll put
Let's
that link
see
in the description for you.
what's in the chat. It says, oh, do you have a podcast? And how do you pitch to magazines or newspapers?
So I'm actually working on my podcast right now. Let me stop this for a minute. I'm actually working on my podcast right now, and it's not out yet, but that's the next big thing that I'm working on. All right, I dropped that Facebook link in there, so you guys can connect with me on Facebook. I'm also dropping Fullerton Global books in here, so you guys can connect with me through Fullerton Global books when you're ready to do whatever you want to do with your book services.
Beautiful.
And
Oh,
with the magazines and the newspapers, I haven't really dropped any type of articles with them yet, but I know you can reach out to some of them directly on social media, some of the directors of newspapers, writers, and pitch your story, pitch what you're selling, what you're doing. And yeah, it's good to stay connected in the social media network, because there's a lot of people, and I would just reach out to them directly, um, either through social media now, which everyone's on, or directly through their websites, and just pitch your story to them.
good questions. All right, now's the time. It's 6:49. We got 10 minutes. We've asked a lot of questions. Jeremiah has shared. Does anybody have a business or a hobby or a cause, a nonprofit organization, fundraiser, anybody doing anything where you really need support with promoting and getting the word out? Now is the time. It's not to put you on the spot, it's to give you an opportunity to share what it is that you do with the world and to get people to share for you. I'll start. I'm LT, also known as Latasha Jimerson, the buddy teacher. I do, my main thing that I like to do is help people self-publish. I listen to what my customers want and what they need. And so I have been asked to please show me how to create a course. And so I'm going to be doing that. I'm preparing for that. I've had people ask me, can you coach me? Can you just teach a lesson on this? Whatever it is that people ask for is what I deliver. Next week, you guys will be hearing from Angela Duckett. She was here a couple weeks ago. She's an award-winning author. She's written screenplays. She's gotten NAACP awards. And so she's going to talk to you next Friday about how do you write to the level to where you are recognized by organizations like the NAACP. How do you practice Black excellence is what she explains behind her writing. She says you have to own your craft. You have to be excellent. And so she will be here next Friday night for you guys to pick her brain about how to be an award-winning author, because that is a whole nother level. So I have courses, I have books, I do coaching sessions, one-on-one. If you guys have questions for me, go ahead and ask me questions. But right now, I really would like to give you an opportunity to promote yourself, because you have an audience here. It's a small audience, but it's an audience of quality people. And these quality people know a lot more quality people. And the list just goes on and on and on. So I'm going to be quiet for about 30 seconds. And whoever wants to talk, go ahead and put your mic on, put your face on if you want everybody to see your face, and go ahead and tell us about yourself.
Hello, my name is Dolores Chalmers. And as you heard earlier, I run marathons. I started running with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, I want to say about 14 years ago. It helps me with stress. It helps me to stay focused and to stay positive. Um, it's something that I really enjoy doing. Not only am I doing it for myself, I'm doing it for others as well. I'm running for those who can't run for themselves. I raise money for cancer. That money is used for research to find um, medical treatment for patients, new medications. It also helps with families that can't afford the treatment, that need help getting back and forth to the hospital. So they use the money for a wide variety of things. So I'm not just doing something for myself, I'm giving of myself to help others as well. What I'm going to be doing is I am going to be starting a nonprofit. I've been doing this for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, like I said, for about 14 to 15 years. Why not do something for myself and help other people, that are in the area? There's a lot of people that ask questions, why do you do this? And that's really inspiring that you do this. And I was really inspired to know that my counselor, I talked to her about some of the things I do, and she was on vacation. And I just recently saw her, and I was like, wow, you lost weight. She goes, yes. I remember you talked about hiking. So while I was on vacation, I branched out and did some things that I have never done before. She goes, I went out hiking, and I'm walking every day. And she was showing me pictures. So it really makes me feel good to know that I'm inspiring other people to do healthy things. So I will need some support. I put it in the chat. I am still raising funds for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. I have almost reached my goal. Um, I will put it up there, my fundraiser letter. It's not up there now, but LT can share it with you because I still have it on my Facebook page. And if anyone's interested in supporting me and donating, it is a tax write-off. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing for myself. So is there any questions or? No questions? Okay, well, thank you for listening. And I look forward to your support, even if it's only, some inspiring words. That's always useful. Thank you.
Great elevator speech. I love it. Coach Mac, I think Coach Mac put something in the chat. I'm going to read what she wrote because she's having some technical problems. So Coach Mac, let me open up the chat. Coach Mac says, yes, feeding and educating urban rural areas. Here's our links, please share. Tutoring, Matt Griffin Academy, weebly-site.com. And then also catering sauces. Her and her husband cook food, good food. And so there's a link there for catering. And then there's a GoFundMe. And then Jeremiah's links are in the chat as well. And there's Mara Monique. She says, I have a Facebook group that assists women entrepreneurs to stay grounded, uplifted, and regain clarity. I love it. Woo! I'm going to share with you guys real quick. We have 4 minutes left. I'm going to share what's going on in the Facebook group that I created in April. I was inspired by some of the other people, some of the other authors that I had seen. They were creating these Facebook groups, and I was like, what is that all about? So in April, I created this group with 3 people. And right now, let me see if I can get the number of people that are in there right now. The group is growing, and I used to have to like go after people to get them to join. You see, I created it on April 19th, 2020. I used to be like, please join my group, come on in, we having fun up in here. And then now it's to the point where Other people are inviting people. So let me see, how many members do we have right now? We have 74 members right now.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, I like that number because 2 weeks ago, it was like 50. So people are starting to realize what's happening and they're inviting their friends. Look at, there's Mara Monique, beautiful lady. She's in the building tonight. And what I like people to do, I just started really asking people if they could please promote themselves, because I don't want to be the only person in the group who's always talking. So look, people have responded. Look at, this is Kelvin Bell, and his wife is a financial coach. So I didn't even know. I helped him with his book. I didn't even know his wife was a financial coach. So I said, get her in there, have her promote herself. Who else? This is a pastor that I met through Kelvin. His name is Marlon Henderson. He has a Bible study. So Kelvin invited Mr. Henderson in here. And then look, Mr. Henderson attracted this person that I don't know, Tamara Spears. I'm going to get to know her too. So don't be afraid to start a Facebook group and ask other people to please post and share and get to know people, because I honestly, one of the biggest reasons why I created this group, to be real, keep it real with you guys, is because I got kicked out of like 3 other groups because they were highly offended by the fact that I was in there having conversations with their people, answering questions, adding value, posting commercials for myself. And I didn't know there were rules against spam. I didn't know. I was just out there talking. And 3 different groups, they were like, you can't do that. And I was like, what is this for? So I just created the group because where are you supposed to promote yourself if you can't promote yourself among your friends? So I don't have those rules in my group. Promote yourself because I want to know what you're doing, because I want to support you. And if you have a need to self-publish, support me. I mean, we all out here trying to do this, y'all.
Thank you for sharing that. I have a group also, and it's kind of been on the back burner, and it's for families with disabilities learning how to effectively communicate with your loved ones or with others that have disabilities. I created that group some time ago, so would you guys please join my group? I just noticed today that I had a new person that invited, and I accepted their invitation. Jeremiah, I just requested you as a friend on Facebook also, just so that you know.
Yeah, I'll add you.
Dolores, what's the name of your group?
It's Families with Disabilities. Just go under groups.
Where is it?
If you go under groups.
Where's it at? I thought it was right here. I'll type it in. It's cognitive, right?
Yes. Families with, there it is, with adult. That's it. Families with adults with cognitive disabilities.
There we go. Okay, tell us the idea behind your group here.
Well, it's kind of a long story, but I'll just sum it up for you. Sometimes when you have family members, friends, etc., that have disabilities, and you're trying to help them and communicate with them, it's difficult when they're not on the same level as yourself. So you have to learn effective ways to communicate with them. And it takes time and it takes patience. So that was one of the reasons I created that group. because it can also be a little frustrating when you're trying to help someone and you don't know how to help them. The first thing you need to know is, first of all, what type of disability they have, and do the research yourself as to what things, how they communicate, so that you know how to interact and communicate with them. So that's very important, because it's very frustrating when you're trying to help somebody and you feel like you're not getting anywhere. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to reach out to families, um, because I have a lot of friends that have children with disabilities, and they're very frustrated, and I was frustrated myself. So I wanted to try to put that out there, because nobody really wants to talk about it. And it's a reality, and it's something that we need to face and deal with, because everybody's not on the same level. So you have to learn how to effectively communicate with different types of people. And especially people with disabilities.
Thank you, Dolores.
Excuse me?
I said thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. There he is.
Sorry, I had to use my crutches to turn the light. I turned my lights off.
Hey, multitasking.
I reach over here and turn these lights on.
Hey, by any means necessary.
Jeremiah, I'm going to reach out to you. I wanted to talk to you about this short story that I'm trying to get out there. I'll explain a little bit more to you about it.
Well, while we're on the subject of short stories, I would like to mention my blog. I was looking for the right time, but all of the inspiration, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait.
Okay, so you have a blog.
I do. I write erotica. So I have a blog, theunspeakables.net, where I post my short stories. So it's free. All you need is an email. If anybody want to shoot by or put the message out there, that'd be awesome. My pen name is Karma Sue, so you'll see that on the site.
Oh,
can I show it real quick?
Absolutely.
Because you got me on there, right? My email.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do you just post on your blog just for yourself, or do you post other people's stories? And
so I'm in the process. So I want to post other people's story. I'm having trouble finding people to post is what it is, because right now I'm focused on I'm working on a book of short stories. So I want to be able to post others' work on there so I can still have work steadily coming out without me having to put in the time I did. I want to dedicate that to my books. So I'm currently looking for authors who write erotic short stories, or if they have a novel and they want to put an excerpt, or if they write erotic poetry. I would like to do a author a month and just feature their work.
That's good to know, because I have a poem that I would like to put out. It was something that was really heavy on my heart. And I was just thinking, and when I got up, I wrote it down, and I've been reciting it quite a bit, and it means a lot to me. It was when all the killings was going on, when the police were killing all the when the cops was killing all the Black men. It just was heavy on my heart, and it was bothering me. So I wanted to write about it, but I also wanted to give our Black men their props as well. So I wrote a little poem, and I think I shared that with you, LT, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I shared it with a couple of people, and they really liked it. So it's something I want to put out there. And the reason I asked you is I thought about starting a blog myself, but it kind of gets, I don't know the word for it. If you're not posting and putting stuff in there on a regular basis,
yeah,
it's really defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked you, because I noticed I've looked at some other blogs and I've looked at where people have certain topics that they talk about. Like one lady was going into her journey with mental health. And every week, every Friday, she would talk, that's what she talked about. But and then after a while, when you stop talking about that, you run out of things to talk about with that topic. You need to have other people in there to keep it going, to keep it interesting, and to keep people going into your blog.
Definitely. That's absolutely true.
So I will definitely keep you in mind, because I know a couple of people that write and would like to get their little short stories out as well.
Okay, well, I can be reached through email. My email is karmasue@theunspeakables.net. I'll post it in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Now, is this where did you get this? How did you get this link that you just pulled up? The Unspeakable. LT.
Let me check with Jordan. Jordan, am I in the right place?
You are.
Okay.
So,
I just want to make sure.
If you just put in the search box, I own the website. So if you just type in theunspeakables.net, my website, my blog will come up.
Oh, okay. So if I just go to Google and put in the Unspeakable, let's see.
I would suggest doing it in the search bar. It may come up on Google, but I've honestly never tried it through Google.
Okay, I'm gonna try it while we're on the line.
Okay.
I got it up. Hi, I'm Mara. I'll probably be reaching out to you because I have a lot to say. And I have a history. I started writing sensual things like in middle school. Because it started because my father was in the military in Vietnam, and they didn't have like those adult books. I'm sorry, they had adult books, but I guess there's novels, there's whole novels, and I discovered them at like 12.
Yeah, I love them. I love them.
Yeah,
My mom hated it.
I'm like, what? And I'm flipping through, and I would write notes. People like, Mark, can you write my boyfriend a letter? Can you write my girl something?
Yes, please reach out to me. I'm looking for authors to post on my page.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity. I loved it. LT does it again.
Hoping you would emerge right now.
Well, I was doing. I'm retightening my lock, so I'm just like doing all this. I didn't want to be all up in.
Girl, you look gorgeous.
Yeah. I wanted to show my face because you're gonna probably hear from me. Hey.
I wanted to touch on what Dolores said. I know she mentioned something about how the police was doing the black men in America. I actually, that's the story that I woke up one night and I just wrote. And I'm gonna show it to you guys. I normally don't show my work while it's in progress, but since she brought that up, I just want to just kind of show you my writing process, just kind of show you what I do. So is it all right if I share my screen real quick?
Yes.
Oh, a sneak peek.
And when you're done, I would like to read my poem.
Yes.
Okay. So here it is right here. I woke up one morning and it was kind of, I saw that program called Being Black America, but then I took some chapters. I woke up one morning and I said, I'm going to just write these and make them into chapters. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of let y'all take a peek at what I was working on. So this is kind of like some chapters of kind of like being Black in America and the trials and tribulations that we face, not just being a Black male, but being Black in general in America. So I wrote 12 chapters. I created 12 chapters kind of addressing what was on my heart the morning I woke up getting ready. And this just came out of nowhere. It just, when you're a writer, sometimes stuff just comes into your brain. You don't know where it's coming from. Could be coming from, up high. So
exactly.
Here it is. Love it or hate it. You are always on trial. That was chapter 1. Chapter 2 is the dark side of America. And chapter 3, my devastating encounter with the police. Chapter 4, this should have been chapter 4. I put chapter 3 2 times. Our lynchings are not suicide. The other one was foundational Black Americans versus Black immigrants. This is just stuff that just popped up in my head. So
that one's is really good, and a lot of people don't realize the difference there. And
yeah. So I created these chapters just off of topics that just popped up in my head. Coexisting. Then the other chapter was embracing your Blackness. Okay. The next chapter is free your mind, and the rest will follow. I put it in quotation marks because that comes from a song. You guys heard of it. Then chapter 8, self-care. Okay, because we talked about self-care month last month. The next one, we were talking about overcoming obstacles. That could be overcoming obstacles with anything. As a writer, as a person living in your community, learning how to pivot. So that was a chapter. And some of these, you guys notice that they're on here. They're a little out of order, but I'm still working on it. This is kind of like my rough draft process of writing a book. I covered racism at work, racism at school. This could be considered. I showed this to another friend. I read these chapters to another friend. He said, "Well, this stuff is controversial. It's kind of controversial, some of the stuff you're talking about." But it just came to me, and I just wrote it down, and I said, I'll just go ahead and publish. Since all this stuff is going on, I'll go ahead and write something about it. So I wrote it, and I can't get down here to that last. There we go. Racism still exists, creating your own narrative. And then the last chapter was overcoming your self-limitation. So I just wanted to touch on that because Dolores said something about Black men in America. And I said, okay, well, let me share with her just a little piece of what I've been kind of drafting on my own, something I've been.
Right. That's excellent.
I just put the chapters out there, and it's one of those books. It's one of those books that could be controversial, but it's kind of a take it or leave it type of situation. You could take it for what it's worth. I mean, it's just one of those books. So I normally don't share stuff that I'm writing right off the bat like that, but something Dolores said just kind of touched me to just share that. So I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Hey, I'd like to share my poem with you guys really quick. I like that, and I look forward to reading that book.
Okay, I'll get it out.
Okay, my poem was called, this was heavy on my heart. Like you said, I woke up in the morning and I was like, I need to write this down. It's called The Soul of the Black Man. When I look at my Black man, I see love, a love that no other can touch. I see pride, letting the world know I am somebody who deserves to be loved and respected. I see soul, style, swag, and courage. I also see pain, hurt, and confusion. Why do I see pain, hurt, and confusion? The world won't let my Black man breathe. Strong, intelligent, loving Black men come in all shapes and sizes. They come from all types of backgrounds. However, they all need the same thing: respect, a sense of belonging, and free to be who they are. Why is the world scared to let our Black man be? He don't want to outshine you. He just want to be who he was destined to be. So let my Black men be free.
That was excellent.
Wow.
I want a copy of that.
Nice.
I want a copy of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you.
I'm waiting for more.
No.
You heard it, LT. I shared it with you.
Beautiful.
Woo!
You guys are all so inspiring.
Lord have mercy.
I see you over there taking pictures, LT.
Yes,
I'm like, oh, let me go.
I'm making little video clips.
Yeah, no,
where they're reading it out loud too.
It's so cool.
Are
All
you
right.
unlocking your hair?
Huh?
I'm retightening it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I had the camera. I'm like, oh, Sorry, guys. You know, time is limited.
I understand.
And my son just left, so I'm gonna try to take this opportunity to do some videos this weekend. I'm like, oh, I gotta tighten these suckers up.
One of your many talents.
Yeah. A mother of 4, limited, you know, I could do it all. You know, you see my Wonder Woman.
Oh, wow.
You want to talk about Rejuve?
Well, since I came on camera, that's why I tried to type, because I'm sorry, guys, I'm looking crazy. But I am Mara Monique. I'm hot from all this thing. I have my company is called Rejuve Journeys, where and my movement and my group is Rejuve You. Like I said, I work with women entrepreneurs who are normally startups, who, you know, you come into a certain phase in your thing, you're gung-ho, and you fall into this stuck thing where different things are getting in the way. So I help them kind of identify those things, work with, which is new, LT, meditation, because I've been doing it for years, but I actually started getting more comfortable with actually leading it. So meditation, really root cause things, nothing medical. If you're having any kind of medical thing, I am not a medical professional, but yeah, and because my original business before the COVID shift was Rejuve Retreats, which is still there, but not many people are retreating right now. So focusing on just getting ourselves right, so we're mentally ready. I live in Jamaica normally half the year, but COVID's had me stuck here in California, which is fine. But yeah, that's me. So when I can't wait to, it's all connected again, where I'm working on a actual program, a 12-week program that includes the mental clarification, focus, clarity, focus, finding your purpose and aligning with your business, internally with your inner child, your grown woman, and your business, lining up everything together, as well as, you know, remembering self-care and self-love that makes you take the time out for yourself to rejuvenate. And then when we'll get our retreats together, you can join me in Jamaica, and we can, you know, what happens in Jamaica stays in Jamaica. Whoop, whoop. That's your business. And how I met LT is I did write. I was part of her July cohort, and I wrote, you know, writing the book was quick. I wrote over 35,000 words, boom, you know, and gives a few weeks. But, you know, I've narrowed it down. I am not a perfectionist. I just want to be, I want to show up as me and not half me. So I have stepped back. I was working on the editing. I thought my pocket could afford the editing, but it can't. So, I did start looking back at it, LT, after my word salad, because it got a little bit too much. So my book is called Rejuvenation Journey, Living Without Limitations. And it's a memoir about my first trip to Jamaica, which was about life before that, and my rejuvenation journey, which includes my first trip to Jamaica and how I, you know, rejuvenated my whole life from a divorced mother, you know, going through all this stuff to just everything I read, man, life. So
making me crazy.
Yeah, man, me crazy. So yeah, it's a good thing. And I look forward to getting that out, and I will still maintain. If you're in the group, I'll see you in the group, and you definitely will know, because LT has just said promote.
Yes.
24/7, 365.
Yay.
All right, y'all. It's time to have a good night. Start your weekend. Friday night, just got paid. Money in your pocket.
Oh, that is true. I did just get paid.
See? Every time I check the mail, I say money in the mailbox. Money in the mailbox. And sometimes it's money in the mailbox.
I got gifts. I don't know.
If you believe you could achieve.
Yeah. I don't know if you had because you joined that Facebook group with April Franks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah. I had originally done that because she's my actual business coach. You know, I paid. So I got my thing today for the conference. So I'm like, what are the goodies in here? But I'm gonna do it on. Well, look, don't tell nobody I opened it because I'm gonna reopen it. Oh no, it has tape. I'm gonna open it on. I'm gonna open it on camera tomorrow on live. So I have to wait. So
You got
But
act
yeah.
surprised.
yeah, I know. Maybe I'll get into it, but yeah, I'm excited.
What time
she's gonna-
tomorrow?
My live, well, tomorrow's Saturday, probably about 10 or 11. I like depends on how far. Well, I'm almost. I can at least get the front part done before I go back on and get my stuff right.
Is it live for everybody? Or is it just live for the group?
No, I'm gonna. Oh, that's a good question. Join my group.
Yeah. So anybody can watch it, right?
Yeah, but no, I'll probably put it on my regular page, or I'll probably put it on both. I can stream both, but yeah, because I want other people. You know, she likes when you promote her stuff because then she promotes you.
Yeah.
And her group is quite large.
Yeah, I see it.
I love when she puts the post up. She just put a post up yesterday, and there was a picture of me and a couple other ladies at the conference. I'm like, yep, tag me. Click.
Tap, tap, tap in.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Tap in.
Every time. So yeah. And it was nice meeting you guys, and see you next week
All righty. Have a good weekend.
too. Bye everyone.
All right, it's good.
Bye-bye.
Meeting everybody.
Thank you, Jeremiah, for a wonderful presentation.
Yeah, thanks, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeremiah. We'll be in touch.
All right.
Thank you.
See you in a few minutes, Anne Marie.
8 o'clock, right?
30 minutes.
Okay.